At ICCU, to make a difference, it takes just one connection. A friendly face, an open ear, a helping hand. And then something amazing happens. We find out that we're better together. This is what Idaho Central does in our communities every day. We help our members with the small things and big dreams. This is what believing in you is all about. Idaho Central Credit Union, looking after your daily balance.
Get ready for the time of your life at Circa Resort and Casino, Las Vegas's newest destination for fun, featuring the world's biggest poolside tailgate party with 3 levels of action, 6 pools, and a 143-foot screen. The fun is always on deck with all the games all year long. Stadium Swim, located in downtown Las Vegas on Fremont Street. Book the time of your life today at circalasvegas.com.
It may have been a new job or starting a new business. Maybe you were looking for a better place to raise a family. It's possible you were returning home to the place you love, to Idaho. Whatever your reason for coming, 40 years or 4 months ago, Lithia Ford of Boise wants you to know you're welcome here. Lithia Ford of Boise, where Ford begins in Idaho.
When it comes to concrete, we've got you covered. RowPaint.com offers custom concrete coating services for your garage, business, warehouse, and more. And we do it in one day. We are your complete concrete coatings solution.
Well, greetings, Boise State fans. What is going on? Congratulations on your victory. Wow, what a game. 58-57. Boise State wins this one on 2 free throws from Abu Kigab with 1.7 seconds left. And we're going to talk all about it. We got highlights, we got interviews, we got analysis, we got all kinds of stuff. So have some fun, settle in, give us your comments on this one. It's going to be a fun night here. We can go all night. We're in no rush. Colin Mitchell has a 6 a.m. flight. We'll just keep him and go straight to the airport. Why not? This is the Lithia Ford of Boise postgame show. Lithia Ford of Boise, whether it's a new, used car or truck, they are the official car and truck of the Broncos. You can check out their website, lithiafordboise.com, and they'll take a trade too, or they'll make a cash offer even if you're not buying from them, right there at Lithia Ford of Boise, right there at Fairview and 5 Mile. So appreciate their support, as well as rowpaint.com, the official paint and coatings company of Boise State Athletics. Power and people, pride, and paint. Title sponsor, rowpaint.com, the official paint and coatings company of Boise State Athletics. Let's get the comments in here. Eric Knowles, has Boise State ever swept a home and away against San Diego State? 2014, 2015, the last year Boise State won the Mountain West. They did split, Boise State did win both. They split the championship. Remember, Boise State and San Diego State finished tied, but Boise State beat them twice and got the number 1 seed that year in the tournament. Jacob chiming in, game of the year in the Mountain West. Thank you, Matt Bradley. Thank you, Abu. How about that? Matt Bradley misses 2 free throws with 7.7 seconds left. Abu Kigab comes down, gets the foul call. We're going to show highlights of all this. Colin Mitchell's putting it all in the system here. We're going to have interviews with Leon Rice, with Brian Dutcher, the San Diego State coach. We got Abu Kigab, Najee Smith. We got all things going here, and we got nearly 100 of you guys already watching this. So get the comments in and keep the comments and questions rolling, and we'll get to them all here. We'll get this out of the way first, I guess. Yes, I did get a haircut. Had a little mishap with the clippers and ended up having to pretty much shave it all off. So we'll see. It maybe makes me look a little thinner. I don't know. But Kigab coming in clutch from Nathaniel there. Jordan saying, no one can convince me those Bradley free throws misses were anything other than extra mile magic. The crowd was electric. Yeah, I don't know the exact numbers, but I think Bradley's like a 75 or 80% free throw shooter. For him to missed. 2 there was not expected. Johnny says, or Logan says, I think Johnny had a little magic in the air with those free throws ending the game there tonight. How can you not love this team? I guess theoretically the last free throw that was taken on the court was the air balls by John Mallory a couple nights ago. And then here at the end of the game, Matt Bradley misses 2 key ones. So maybe that was 80% free throw shooter. 80% free throw shooter on the season, thanks to Colin Mitchell. And Bradley misses 2 there at the end of the game. Roger Lawless, we just continue to battle. Rice always says we'll make them when we need to. Kigab was clutch. What a game. No one can convince me on the Bradley free throw misses. What a game. Let's go. Get the comments in here. We'll go up a little higher. The 4-point play. How about that 4-point play by Najee Smith? I think that's in the highlights that we'll be seeing here in just a minute. That was an unbelievable shot, banking it in off the backboard, and then, getting the 4-point play, making the free throw. You got Jacob saying, felt like we got that good karma back on the call from the CSU game. Yeah, definitely. And ironically enough, as I reported in the pregame show, Randy McCall, the referee that did not blow his whistle in the Colorado State game, was supposed to be on the crew for this game instead of Greg Nixon, the referee that did make the call. So if that was Randy McCall standing there, I'm not sure if he calls that. And if he doesn't, I'm not sure he gets out of here alive, to be honest with you. But Greg Nixon referees this game, makes that call with 1.7 seconds left. Chase saying, I about had a heart attack. How about the tale of 2 halves? Yeah, San Diego State was 0 for in the first half, 6 of 7, as Guy points out, 6 of 7 in the second half as well. Just unbelievable thing. Carson saying, glad we made the free throws at the end, but the overall free throw percentage scares me. Yeah, would they finish up 17 of 26? And by the way, that's the 3rd straight game Boise State has had a huge edge at the foul line. Boise State goes 17 of 26. San Diego State only goes 7 of 11. So a 26 to 11 edge at the free throw line. Kigab holding Bradley to 0 in the first half. I think he actually had 2, Brent, but maybe it wasn't on Kigab on that one. Susan asking if we can give the name of a good cardiologist. We'll look into that. Bradley missing the free throws. Roddy missing the free throws against Wyoming. Some player of the year candidates missing in high pressure situation. Old Bronco, we scared this is our friend Don, I believe. We scared the crowd at Crony's Sports Bar in Ventura with our screams after the win. Go Broncos. We got good karma there. Najee was huge. We got our friend Selvey, free throws, man, killer. The boys just got done practicing the free throws. That's my neighbor Selvey was watching because my wife was at the game, and he said that my wife had to stand outside until my son could go 5 for 5 from the line. That's funny, which you might still be out there unless you had a Fisher-Price basket or something. What a roller coaster of emotion. Terrible game from Acott, forgotten by his mega 3. Yeah, that's something that we'll show on the highlights, but that deserves to definitely get some credit. The 3-pointer that Emmanuel Acott hit with about 30 seconds left to put Boise State up. He was 0 for 6 before he hits that shot. Let's go ahead and see some highlights from the game.
Poised to make a deep run that season. Butler pull up.
San Diego State. They got hot early in the game. Hit a couple shots. They led. I think it was. There's a nice Euro by Kigab to give them the bucket there. But they hit the shot here, and it was 7-12 or 12-7. San Diego State led after the dunk right there. And all of a sudden, Boise State goes on a big run. There's the putback from Marmouche. It was a 10-0 run. The run becomes 18-2. They're pouring it on there, and then Najee Smith. There it is. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Let's see if we can just show that again. I went too far back, but there's the dunk from look at this. He gets blocked, gets the ball back, spins. Oh, my gosh. Unbelievable. And he makes the free throw, gives him the 4-point play. The crowd loved it. But San Diego State, man, they didn't go away in the second half. Again, 6 for 7 from 3 in the second half. They kept coming. Pulliam hits the floater there. The lead is down to 5. Now the lead's only 3. Boise State in need of a bucket. Najee Smith, another acrobatic shot. I'm not sure which acrobatic shot was better. But again, San Diego State just didn't go away. Kept hitting threes. Kept coming back in the game. And when you're only up 1, what do you do when you need a big bucket? Marcus Shaver Jr. thought there was contact there. No call. He scores on the acrobatic layup. Boise State goes up 3, but Bradley right back, bang, ties the game. there. And then again, Bradley, the floater in the lane, missed that one, but they got the putback, and it was a 2-point game. So 2 minutes to go here. Boise State's up 4. Here's the 3-point play from Bradley. Makes the bucket there, gets the free throw, and then here you go. This is the Emmanuel Acott three-pointer. Boise State is down 2 at this point. You're in the final seconds here. Again, he was 0 for 6 from the game, but he lets it fly. Then he gets it. The three-pointer from Acott puts Boise State up by 1. And then here you go, 30 seconds left. A great alley-oop here coming out of the timeout. Love the backdoor here. Great pass. And it got pretty quiet in ExtraMile Arena when that shot went in. But here you go. Bradley had 2 free throws, misses the first one. Here's the second one. He misses that as well. No timeout from Boise State. They push it up the floor. They get the ball to Kigab there, and he drives, and Greg Nixon makes the call with 1.1 seconds left. I want to see the call again if we can go back just a bit. Well, I know we have it separately, right, Colin, that we can show a little bit later, but here's the play again, the drive from Kigab. Oh, man, it's so hard to tell there, but it looks like there is some contact. They call the foul, makes the first free throw to tie the game, and here's the second one with 1.7 seconds left. The place was quiet, and then he erupts when he makes the play there. No timeout from San Diego State. They actually get a decent look. Bradley gets the ball, I think it's about half court, with 1.7 left. Catches it, gets a dribble in, lets it fly from half court. He misses it. And Boise State, a huge win. The crowd just going crazy there. And what a win for Boise State. Again, 58-57, just for so many reasons. And I think we're setting a record right now. We're at 111 people, Colin, watching this. So we're appreciative of all of you for watching this. And if you're new to Bronco Nation News, hopefully you'll consider a subscription. It's just $6.99 a month, or it's $70 for the full year. You get exclusive content, analysis stuff at BroncoNationNews.com. And you also help support us on these post-game shows on social media and things like that. But, whether you want to talk about winning the Mountain West, whether you want to talk about the tiebreakers, if you finish tied with Wyoming and they go to the next, your record against the next best team in the standings, if San Diego State finishes third, well, all of a sudden you just went 2-0 against San Diego State, and the best that Wyoming can do is 1-0. And oh, by the way, 2-0 is better than 1-0 according to the Mountain West. So Boise State would win the tiebreaker and be the number 1 seed in the conference tournament. There's just, you stay in first place in the league. So many different reasons why, this win was huge, and it inches you that much closer to the NCAA tournament. Joe Lenardi had Boise State as a number 7 seed before this game. So you now have this win. You now go to UNLV on Saturday. You've got Nevada. You still have Colorado State. I mean, how high can this team get? Can they get to a 4, 5, 6 seed in the tournament? I mean, if they win out somehow in a crazy scenario, that could see them get a 5 seed. So they're a 7 right now. You'd love to get to the 6 line if you can, and they're certainly pushing closer to that with this win. Brent chiming in, this could be a team of destiny. Lifelong Bronco fan here. This reminds me of the Chris Childs era teams. I think this team could get that elusive tourney win. Can't wait to watch season play out. Yep. Boise State 0-7 all time in the NCAA tournament. This could finally be the year Boise State breaks through and gets that first win. Ross Taylor chiming in years past, Boise crumbles down the stretch. This team has the it factor. Shout out to Max for the heck of a charge he took. Yeah, he took a charge. They didn't call it, and then they ended up calling a foul on Milad Narmouche when he got hit in the face, it seemed like, on that play, and he got called for the foul. Then there was Shaver and Kigab. They were huge as well. Melinda saying they fought in the finish. Can't wait for Vegas. So much basketball in the Mountain West. Keep it going, Broncos. Hopefully there is a big crowd going down to Vegas. I think this would be the year, if you were thinking about it, that you would want to go down to Vegas. E-Man with a huge 3 after being 0 for 6. Yeah, I mean, it was you're down 2 at that point, and for him to hit that huge 3, I mean, that was one of the bigger shots of the season right there to get the win. San Diego State undisciplined on defense, resulting in many free throws for us. Yeah, the final number, again, 26-11. So you'll hear from a lot of San Diego State fans on social media that Boise State had a huge edge at the foul line. But again, you had 2 free throws there to go up by 3, and Bradley misses them both with 7.7 seconds left. Dustin Aldrich, another physical game. Holding San Diego State to just 20 points in the first half. Holy cow. Great game. Go Broncos. It was a very good game. Had my heart beating for sure. We had Acott. Amazing shot. Showed a lot of poise. Keep the comments coming here. This is fun. We're well over 100 people now watching this, and we appreciate all of you for doing that. The free throw disparity was off. I think it was rather fair, the non-call on Rice's charge. There was also a horrible charge call down at the other end where he took a charge and they made the call, and it was Eric Curry, it seemed like, was a makeup call on that end. So it was back and forth, and it was certainly it was a huge win for Boise State, and the foul disparity. Yeah, I'm sure folks are going to bring that up, but it is what it is. I love that this team can finally win close games. You got Derek, the play-by-play announcer in the arena, said, "Come on, our senior Abu Kigab." No, Leon Rice did say today that it's going to be a couple of other seniors will be honored tonight. It's going to be Acott and Shaver, and I think all the seniors, right, Colin, are going to be honored, and then they may still come back next week. So no, I would not read anything into that. Broncos abandoned the three-point shot in the second half, almost cost them the game. And this Boise State from three, they were 3 of 7 in the second half, 4 of 9 in the first half. So it really wasn't that different, unless you're talking about the defense. There has to be SportsCenter top one on the play there from Najee Smith. Smith was huge tonight. We got Kigab was so clutch with those 2 free throws under pressure. Lots of no calls near the end. Cannot believe people were walking to the exits. Yeah, how about that? When was it an air ball from Marcus Shaver Jr.? I believe Marcus Shaver Jr. airballs it, and then there was about that was when they fouled with the 7.7 seconds left. There were actually fans heading to the exits. There were fans that came to this game and missed the final play. Now, it wasn't a ton. It wasn't a mass exodus, but there were fans that left with 7.7 seconds left. I said it on the social media at the time. Some fans were heading to the exits, and it was a scattering of people that left. And then he misses 2 free throws, and they're probably out in the parking lot having no idea what happened when Boise State comes back and wins the game. Ryan, you called me. BJ, you called me after the Wyoming loss, after I said Boise will collapse, and I admit I was incredibly wrong. Appreciate that, Ryan. I mean, there's still basketball to be played, but certainly what Boise State has done to beat home, to beat Utah State at home, to beat San Diego State at home, to keep this thing rolling. You weren't the only one, Ryan. There were others, obviously, that were ready to, give up on this team and expect the late season slide to happen. But, it was, this team just feels a little bit different and what they've done. Jacob saying when we beat Wyoming the first time, Najee played well. Having Najee contribute a huge energy boost, throws the team up. Yep, no doubt about it. Nathaniel joking basketball school. But yeah, I mean, this team in general just feel the fact that they play such good defense and they rebound and they don't rely on a Derek Alston or a Justinian Jessup or a Chandler Hutchison to go score 30 points. You just look at this team, and when one guy's off, it's okay. It doesn't seem like it's a team that, this team can win games different ways than previous teams in the past. And so I just think that, that's why I think it was, people that have, rightfully so. Some people want to, wonder if this team's going to be able to finish down the stretch. The track record is what it is in February and March. But to this point, they've proven everybody wrong. And now with 3 games left in the regular season, I don't know if they're quite a lock, but they're close. They're very close to being a lock here for the NCAA tournament. We got some interviews, Brian Dutcher, Leon Rice, some players we'll get to in just a second as well, but keep the comments coming. James saying Mensa should have had a clear reach call with 15.5 left. Funny that was never changed in the books. Looks like that's funny that they had that in there and then changed it. Allowed 9,000, not great, but hey, for a Tuesday night BSU win, can't complain too much. So I think Logan Dominguez, one of the members of the band up there, was shouting us out pregame, and I actually saw him on his phone watching during the pregame band, and so appreciate that, Logan. The band was great tonight. The crowd was great tonight. Yeah, the announced attendance was only about 9,200, which you put in perspective was more than 1,000 less than came for the San Jose State game 2 weeks ago. But those that were here were into the game. They were loud, and it was a fun atmosphere for those that were here. Other teams did, but not this team. No doubt about it, Nathaniel. This team just has a different feel to it. They can close games. There was one year where Boise State was like 1-9 in games decided by 3 points or less or overtime. Well, they have completely flipped the switch on close games, and they just have veteran guys. When you think about Kigab and Shaver and Acott and Armouche, and all these guys have been around, and they don't get fazed by these close plays at the end of the game, and they just don't panic. And when he missed the free throws, Boise State didn't call timeout. Had to set up, and they knew what was going to happen, and it worked for them. So it was just this is just a veteran team, and certainly this is a team that it just doesn't panic, and it's been pretty impressive to see. Keep the comments coming, but let's hear from Leon Rice, Boise State head coach, after Boise State wins this one 58-57. You don't get the call in the CSU game, you get the call in this one, and Boob said he dreamed of that moment to hit both those free throws and win the game. Just how do you take us through that final few minutes there?
Well, against them, they missed the free throw, and against them, the last thing you want to do is take a timeout and let them set, because number one, they're going to double team Schaefer, not let him have a touch. They're not going to let Abu have a catch. And, you know, we would have been down to a fadeaway three-pointer by Mladen to win it. I mean, their defense is too good. And he probably would have made it, but so I like the scattered floor. I'm looking at it as they come up, and Abu had, he's tough when he starts going downhill, and he didn't settle. He started going downhill and got tripped, and, there was no call. The play made the call, and they had to put the whistle on it. I mean, that was obvious, and we were fortunate. That's a good team, and we knew that. And they've been playing great basketball, and I think we've been playing great basketball. And it was two really, really good defensive teams. I mean, the numbers don't lie when at this late in the season, and both of our numbers are fabulous, and it showed up. I mean, every possession, it's a crusade to get a hoop, and so for us to get to 58, that was just enough. So we'll take it.
Leon Abu said he knew the free throws were going in.
Yeah.
The same?
Oh yeah. Yeah, he said when I was smiling at him, he knew he was going to make them. So he's the greatest. But he's deserving of it. He's worthy of it. And when you put in the time and the work, and like he has, and the great thing about it is all y'all media people have been saying, oh, the free throws are going to cost him. No, they don't. We win with the free throws. So isn't that ironic? So, but I mean, credit San Diego State. They came in here, they started great, and we counterpunched and got the lead, and then they counterpunched in the second half. And I mean, that is a really, really good basketball team. And anyone that watched that live or watched it on TV walked away going, wow, the Mountain West these are some teams you wouldn't want to play, just especially because our defense, both teams' defense is so good. And credit to Dutch and the job he's doing, which he always does. He's one of the best coaches in the country, and that program's been, one of the best programs, especially on the West Coast. And so it means a lot to get the sweep. And, we were fortunate. Both games were down to the final possession. I mean, isn't that crazy but it's not crazy because you look at, I think somebody told me like half of our games against them have been that way. So I guaranteed a good game for the fans, and people that were here certainly saw a great college basketball game with two great college basketball teams.
You had a feeling against Utah State that Marcus Shaver was going to make that three-pointer. We have kind of a similar situation with ACOT tonight. What did you think about that? Hitting that shot.
That's funny you should say that, Rachel, because, E-Man was struggling, and, he hadn't made any shots. And I went out, and that's exactly what I said to him. I said, hey, E, you're going to make your next one. Remember what Shave did? And his eyes kind of lit up. But, that's what the thing that we talk about is great players and great teams aren't absent of mistakes, and they're not absent of bad nights, but they have to have the perfect response. That's what great players and great teams do, and that's what he did. I mean, when it got kicked to him, we kind of all knew he was making it. The belief that we had in him, and the belief that he got his mind corrected. I let him sit there for a little bit and get it corrected, and it was a gut feeling that to put him back in. And as a coach, you're just going with your gut and hoping that it works. And but it's about the belief in your guys. That I have a lot of belief in E-Man, and he's been through a lot, and he's been through a lot lately. And I knew that if I gave him enough time there to kind of get his mind right, he'd do it, and he did it. And that's what's special about this team is they keep doing things like that where they do respond the right way. And hats off to Najee, same thing. He barely played last game, and he could have pouted and been like a lot of players not on us seem to do, but on other sometimes guys when it doesn't go exactly their way. But Najee's such a great team guy. he came in, got extra work, got extra reps, shooting the ball, and worked his tail off. And I'm telling you, I've never seen Najee as locked in at shoot-around and locked in at pregame as what he was today. And so, he showed me something.
There's Boise State coach Leon Rice. We'll have the full video of Coach Rice up on YouTube. We'll get that up if you want to see the full post-game comments from Coach Rice. We got Coach Brian Dutcher from San Diego State we're going to play. We got Abu Kigab and Najee Smith we're going to hear from as well. Let's get to some more comments. Do you think we have a chance at the 5 or 6 seed? I do. I mean, yeah, you were already a 7 according to Joel Lenardi, and if you keep picking up wins like this was a quad 2 win, a huge win, and you keep picking up wins like this, you'll have a chance, to all of a sudden, really make some hay moving forward. You got quality wins coming up, and I guess this could be a quad 1. I know in the net they weren't in the top 30, but they were in KenPom, so we'll see it by the end of the season if this is quad 1, but it's quad 2 right now. But yeah, if you keep winning and moving forward, certainly. I think you're on the 7 right now. So, yeah, I think you could get that 6-7 range. I think a 6 seed would be awesome. They've never been a single-digit seed, by the way. If they can get to the 10 seed, I believe that'd be the highest seed they've ever been. Max's defense overall was huge. Yeah, he didn't score a lot of points tonight. I don't know if he scored, actually. No points for Max Rice in 27 minutes. Missed all 4 of his shot attempts, but played pretty good D, had 3 rebounds. UNLV scares me, Mike is saying, but if they win out, I'll love it as long as we don't get the 5 seed. Those 12 5s are way too dangerous. Maybe, but I mean, Boise State feels like the 12 kind of, right? They feel like the underdog kind of team that has a chance to do something, so I wouldn't worry too much about a 5-12 in that situation. Defense was a difference for this team. What did San Diego State shoot for the game? They actually shot better than Boise State. They finished 45.8% from the field, and again, they were 6-7. But yeah, Boise State played great D. I mean, to give up 57 points like that, it was huge. Can we just stop the tease now that this team isn't, and say this team isn't a lock for the big dance? James, I mean, I'll tell you right now, if they lose the last 3 games, and if they lose in the quarterfinals of the Mountain West tournament, so if they lose 4 in a row going into the tournament, would you feel confident on Selection Sunday? I'm not sure I would if I were a Boise State fan. So you beat UNLV, maybe we get to that point, but right now I don't know if I'm quite ready to say if they lose the last 4 games here going into Selection Sunday, if you'd feel like you're still for sure in the tournament. I don't know if you could say that right now. So maybe the game Saturday at UNLV would be the one that locks it in, and we'll see. Never realized how good Kigab was on defense. Yeah, he was great. He was great on defense. I thought he had a great game tonight. This team has grit. Stetson saying, yeah, I mean, this team is just different. It seems like in a lot of ways, and certainly late in games, they just make big plays, make big shots, get big stops to win the game. And so Ross Taylor, again, chiming in with the tournament. Is there any way they don't make the tournament at this point? I want them to make the tournament. I think they have a chance, obviously. I mean, I want to say they're a lock, but I don't know. If you lose the last 3 games and you lose the quarterfinals to the 8-9 game of the Mountain West tournament, or you lose as like the 2 or 3 seed, are they in for sure? I don't know if they are. So I can't say they're a lock if they're not for sure in there. Chad saying Aztec tears taste delicious. Rice saying Rice was quiet but great D. Isn't Acott a senior? Yes, he is a senior, but he has the COVID year left. So I think Acott and Shaver and those guys will go through senior night just like Abu Kigab did last year. But then there's still a chance they could come back in the second half, or in the for the extra year next year as part of the COVID year. Logan Dominguez did me hold him to 0 threes in the first half. Yes, 0 threes and then 6 for 7 in the second half. Kurt Fuller, most years we have lost the close ones. Great to be on the other end. Do we know why Randy McCall got switched out? We don't. I just know that from what I heard, he was supposed to be reffing this game, and then he didn't. So I don't know if that was a Mountain West thing or if Boise State asked. I really don't know. But he was supposed to be on the game. It wasn't, and the referee that replaced him, Greg Nixon, made the call there with 1.7 seconds left. So happy that they had the 2 tickets for $22. Great way to spend a Tuesday night. Go Broncos. Melinda would like to see a little more from the bench to give the starters some rest. Yeah, but I mean, that's kind of what this team is at this point. You're this far in the season. You're not going to get much production from the bench. So I mean, it is what it is at this point. Nathaniel Wilder, super senior. Oh, he's replying that he's the super senior. Yeah, took the COVID year. That's for Kigab. Acott does have a year left still, though. No, Degenhart will be your freshman of the year. He hit a huge 3, and I thought that was going to be a big play in the game, but then San Diego State came right back and hit a 3 themselves at this point. So 1920, yeah, it might have been, or 18-19, something like that, when they were like 1-9 in close games. It was a couple years ago. Abu may not be the best free throw shooter on the team, but with the game on the line, I want him shooting them. Yeah, he has said that several times this year, that he wants to have the free throws in his hands. 9 of 11 he was from the free throw line tonight. 9 of 11, including the 2 huge ones there at the end of the game. Ball don't lie. Josh saying not to take away from this game. Was there ever clarification as to why the Utah State coach was so upset last game? Yeah, apparently thought Max Rice went in the huddle or something. They were standing on the court. Max Rice kind of peeked into their huddle. He didn't like that too much, so they ended up, he started yelling at Leon, and he was mad at Leon Rice's son, as Ross says there. Tex is smoking that San Diego pack after this one. Yeah, kind of that's enjoy, man, enjoy. And yeah, folks are hopefully having a beverage tonight. I know it's a work night, a school night, but we still got 130 people watching this, and we're in no rush to get out of here. So yeah, have a beverage. I've got the bottle of water here. I'm drinking with you in spirit. Yeah, just got home. Amazing game live. So much energy in the arena. Yeah, it was as loud as it's been. And we'll play the final sequence again. Let's do the free throw first, the missed free throw with the foul. Here's the missed free throw and the foul. Sorry, the Wi-Fi is a little off here, but he comes down the court, and there's the foul with 1.8 seconds left. Appreciate Joe Nickel, all of his work getting the interviews and stuff set up as he heads out. You can take that off the screen now, Colin. But there's that call, and then we've got the free throw from the free throw from San Diego State. We can play that, or the Boise State second free throw from Kigab. Okay, it's the end of the highlight package. Let's go ahead and try to just line that up here and see if we can play that. There's the foul. Kigab goes to the line for the free throw, and here's the crowd.
San Diego State get the ball as far up the court for Boise State. Keep them in front. Don't foul. Bradley for the win. The Broncos hold on.
It wasn't the biggest crowd of the season tonight, but it was maybe the loudest there, especially at the end of the game. We do have we'll play that now, Colin. We do have a reaction of the crowd at the end of the game. There's Buster Bronco. There's the team celebrating. Again, apologize. The Wi-Fi is a little spotty here, but Boise State mobbing. There's the cheerleaders dancing. Big-time win for Boise State. Brian Dutcher, the head coach of San Diego State. Let's hear his thoughts on the end of this one. Here's Brian Dutcher, the San Diego State coach.
Nate put his hands up for the guy who was the replacement. What did you see from him?
I just saw him go down, so I couldn't see the contact or not. It was so far at the other end, far corner, so I didn't see if he got knocked down. Obviously we don't want to foul him at the end. We want him to make a shot to win the game. If they're going to do that, we have to make free throws. We know that. No one feels worse than that. But he's the guy I put at the line, so he's got to overcome the frustration of missing him. And the next time he's put in that situation, step up and make him. That's all you can do.
Is it kind of harsh? I mean, you lose a game this year because the referee doesn't blow his whistle, and now you lose one because he does blow his whistle. There's always debate. Should the referees decide it? Do you swallow your whistle late and one ref swallows it and one doesn't?
I'm sure it was a tough one because he fell down, so they had they assumed there was contact. Like I said, I haven't seen it, Mark, so I don't know what contact there was or wasn't. But we had a chance. We have to make our free throws and then foul up 3, and we didn't make either one. And so it's a 1-point game. They stepped up and made their 2 free throws, and it's a tough way to lose because we played a really good second half. We fought back from a kind of a shaky start, got our rhythm about us, shot 50-some% from the field in the second half, made our threes, made timely plays to win the game, but couldn't close, couldn't make free throws, and then fouled. Whether it's a foul or not, I don't know. I haven't seen it. Fouled to give them 2 free throws to win the game.
Well, there's Brian Dutcher. And by the way, if you're checking the San Diego State Aztecs Twitter account, apparently they haven't even put the final score up yet. So if you're a San Diego State fan, you may not know the final score of the game. I guess they are going to wait and just maybe assume it didn't happen or something at this point. Who knows? We're going to hear from Abu Kigab and also Najee Smith in a minute, but we will get to some more of your comments. They're still flowing in here. We got 118 of you still watching this on the various channels of BroncoNationNews.com. We appreciate that. We appreciate our sponsors, Lithia, Florida, Boise, RowPaint.com, all of our great sponsors that are helping make this possible. And this isn't possible without your guys' support as well. So whether it's a subscription, $6.99 a month, $70 for a year, whether it's telling a friend about it, whether it's liking our Facebook page or subscribing on YouTube, a lot of different ways to help support Bronco Nation News. So hopefully you will support our efforts. We got to find a way to – apparently they're undefeated in games that Colin has been to, our intern here that we'll hear from before we get out of here. So we got to find a way to pay to get Colin to the NCAA tournament. He is coming to Vegas, but we got to get him to the NCAA tournament as well. So if you're on the fence about a subscription, help get Colin to wherever Boise State goes, and you're probably going to, I guess, see him win the championship then if Colin's there. They haven't lost yet. So we got some more comments here. Joel chiming in. San Diego State was playing as good as they have this year with a 5-game win streak. BSU still made it happen. Impressive, peaking at the right time. We got Howard saying Broncos win. Everyone gets high fives. James, I wouldn't feel confident, but from what the committee looks at, they should be in. Najee has made so many defensive plays. Yeah, what was his final line? He had a couple blocks, I think. He had, 4 steals? Let's see where Najee Smith is. He had 2 rebounds, 4 steals, and 2 blocks. So Najee Smith was huge in this game. Logan saying hard to see San Diego State not making the tournament when they play like that tonight. Still think this is a 4-bid conference, but it's so close up top. I mean, don't forget, San Diego State still has to go up and play at Wyoming. That's going to be a tough game coming up that San Diego State still has to play at Wyoming. And, Wyoming still has to go to Colorado State as well. And they've got to go to UNLV still. So, Boise State is nothing is set now. They're still only, I guess a game up, technically 2 wins up. And San Diego and Wyoming plays tomorrow at Colorado State, by the way. That's going to be a huge game. So if you're a Boise State fan, you want to go ahead and root for Colorado State in that game. Big Wade chiming in. The team chemistry is what makes this team special. They seem so genuinely to like each other. You got what about Armis? Does he have a COVID year also? Yes, he does have a COVID year left. Again, don't know if he's going to use it or not, what his thoughts are, if he wants to go start playing professionally overseas or something. But technically, yes, he does have a COVID year left. Mike saying Najee came off the bench, went nuts. Feel like the bench is fine. Is the Degenhart award canceled this week? Let's see what else we got here. What's great about this team? Deggy struggled a bit. Others stepped up. Yeah, I just said, I think, to John Mallory on press row, man, Tyson Degenhart only has 3 points in this game. And then he hit a huge 3. Again, Nathaniel saying it's Pepsi time. Kurt saying students have stepped up the last few games. Yeah, they were there tonight. They were, again, they didn't fill the third deck. It wasn't all the way packed, but the ones that were here did a great job. So I can't fault the Corral tonight. Hats off to the Corral. I don't know if we got an exact number on how many of the Corral showed up tonight, but it's a great job by them. I'll give them credit. I called it embarrassing a couple games ago, and I'll give them credit where credit's due. They were loud tonight. They were into it. Late in the game, they were kind of jumping up and down. They were into it. So Roger's saying, get your Nevada ticks if you haven't already. I'm trying to see if there's a scenario. I guess if Wyoming loses tonight, and then if Wyoming or tomorrow, and then if Wyoming loses the night before on Monday, I think there might be a scenario where Boise State could win the Mountain West against Nevada on senior night. We'll have to see if there's a scenario, but it might go into the last game against Colorado State. But there might be a way where they could clinch it with a win against Reno. You'd like to have a big crowd either way for senior night. Try to pack the place. Probably helps. There's no more social distancing since the last home game allows more students to be there. Yeah, that's definitely a big one. Tim Welch, the announcers were great for CBS Sports. Lots of energy. I'm going to go home and watch the game tonight. Looking forward to it. And both those announcers, by the way, have been on our last 2 pregame shows. We had Dan Dickow on for Utah State, was it, on Saturday? And then tonight you had the play-by-play man, Rich Waltz, coming on before the game on our pregame show. So loving Jeremiah Dickey, everything he's doing to bring energy. Ken Palm still showing San Diego State at 23, 26 for BSU. Has it not updated yet, or do the computers reward them? I think those actually are the updated numbers. Boise State was only supposed to win by 3. They win by 1, so not much changes in the computer rankings in terms of the numbers. So that's nothing wrong. Boise State holds serve at 26 there. That's fine. Doesn't matter, but unfortunately no change in the Ken Palm ranking. Yeah, it's okay. We'll see what the net looks like tomorrow. Jordan saying props to Boucher for court storming. Hopefully there are plans to get students on the court next week. Yeah, I mean, if they're going to win the Mountain West, That's a fair court storm, right? If you can win the Mountain West and you beat Reno, I think students should storm the court next week. No doubt about it. I think that's fair to do, and we'll see what happens next week. But again, I got to look at the scenarios and all that and get to that at this point to see what happens. Nathaniel saying San Diego Salty University after they're not putting the final score up there. We've got, for some reason, didn't get an alert on Twitter that the post-game show was live. I'm not sure. Sorry about that. Don't know what happened. So happy I'm going to have Row Paint my Lithia Ford. There you go. Keep all the sponsors happy, and then go take your Lithia Ford to Ridley's and stock up on the groceries, and then go over and sign up to become a trucker from Transportation Compliance Service and get your business insurance after you start the trucking company from our friends at United Commercial Insurance, and then you can go see the dentist at Dr. Chris Meinert at Boise Dentistry Co. And then when you go to buy your new house, you can use Matt Bauscher from Bauscher Real Estate. You can go buy your Boise State gear at the Blue and Orange store and order from Crave Delivery. And, yeah, support all our sponsors. Go start your bank account, switch your accounts over to ICCU when you get that loan to get that Lithia Ford truck. So, support all the sponsors, please. Please, keep this thing rolling. We're having a lot of fun, but it's not possible without our sponsors and without you guys. So, again, we're 40 minutes in, and we've still got 118 people watching this thing, so we'll keep it going. Nathaniel Wilder, get Colin to the madness. Get Colin to the madness. And how about this? We did just get a $6.99 subscription. Thank you to, I feel like I'm doing a telethon here or something, but thank you to Wesley Nelson. Wesley Nelson just signed up for a $6.99 subscription. It just came through there, so we appreciate that. Hopefully others will follow suit, and we'll be glad to give you a shout-out as well. Cody saying, insane game. Off to work I go on a high note. Wow, working the night shift tonight, Cody. That's impressive. The 4-point play from Najee Smith, absolutely beautiful. Never seen a play like that. Just a crazy play. Gets blocked, gets his own rebound, and then is able to, all of a sudden bank. Not just that he banked in the three, but it was like a line drive that he banks in and then gets the foul call, makes the free throw. Is the Saturday game being televised? Yes, it's at UNLV, and Bronco Nation News will be there at Thomas & Mack Center. We're of course going to be there, and it is on, I believe, Fox Sports 1 on Saturday. Can we check on that, Colin? It's a 8 p.m. game, I believe. We will find out. Old Bronco, this team just refuses to lose. We got front seats in the student section. Fox Sports 1? Oh, we're looking for the TV channel for that game if it says it. CBS Sports Network on Saturday. CBS Sports Network on Saturday at 8 p.m. For that game. Keep the comments coming here. Randy Stevens took your advice and moved down to empty seats. Yeah, I don't know if I'm proud of admitting that or not or telling people about that, but yeah, if you have the tickets up top and you see seats, watch the first half there and kind of eye some seats that maybe folks don't take, and then about halfway through the first half, just move on down and take them, and then you get to see them. If no one else is going to use them, you might as well, right? So Kigab and this team deserve a sellout on senior night. Send them off the right way. Empty seat equals free real estate. Logan Dominguez, nice to see Avalos hype up the crowd. Yeah, Andy Avalos was here. They showed him during a timeout, and he pulled the mask down and was telling fans to get up and make some noise. So we got Let's Do It, Operation Court Storm. I think that's in relation to if they win the Mountain West next week on senior night. We got, how about the Jayhawks versus Boise State? Yeah, I'd take that. That'd be a fun one. Stop by the James on your way to all the activities. That's right. I forgot about the James. You got to get there as well and have a cocktail on your way into the game. Chris Lewis potentially on the call for Vegas. I'll have to look into that. I didn't know about, but possibly so. Mark Johnson was getting everybody hyped as well. The former KTVB announcer. I saw him here. Ryan saying agreed about Avalos. Loved seeing him get there. So keep the comments rolling. Let's hear from the players. Abu Kigab, Najee Smith. After this one, Boise State again wins it 58-57 on 2 free throws with 1.7 seconds left. Here's the hero, Abu Kigab, after the game. Well, Boo, how's that one feel?
Feels great, especially when you beat a really tough and talented team like that. But still can't be satisfied. We gotta keep getting better. Take it day by day, day by day.
You guys were obviously leading most of the second half, and they come back and take the lead there at the end, and then Bradley misses both the free throws, and you just wanted to get to the rim there. I guess just talk about that play, and you got the call there, and then made the free throws.
Yeah, I didn't expect them to miss both free throws. That was a blessing for us. I took the ball. I believe at the top of the key, one of my teammates got it to me. Had Nathan Mensah on me. I seen Matt Bradley behind me. Drove right. I was just reading whether he's gonna help or not. And he kind of went back to his man, and that's when I got tripped and I hit those free throws.
You've talked before about you want those free throws. You like the ones in that situation, even if they're not going well early in the game, whatever. I mean, 1.7 game on the line, is that opportunity to win the game something you dream of there?
Yeah, for sure. But, when you're in those moments, you just, locked in. I think for me, it's just focusing on my breath, and I knew I was going to make those shots.
The atmosphere, man. I mean, what's it like, you first to move and then playing in that type of atmosphere? What goes through your head?
It was unbelievable. The fans were giving us so much energy when we were going on runs, and the energy is infectious. It goes all the way down our team, and makes us play better, makes us play harder, and we need that all the time.
Yeah, just great to know that you have all that support behind you and all the fans really showing out and bringing that energy really, I believe, impacts the game, and we got to keep it going.
Especially defensively. You see him getting all those crazy blocks. Shout out to his fans. Also him, too.
I'm going to run home tonight and watch Sports Center because I think you might be on the top 10. This McGurkis thing that you threw out. I mean, talk about that a little bit, how fun that was.
I've just always been an unorthodox type of player, and I love being in those type of situations where you can just kind of heave it up there and no one can get mad at you, and I was just happy that I went in.
What did you think of Naj's game tonight?
He's been unbelievable. I loved his effort, his energy, what he did for us on both ends, and he's going to continue to do that, and I'm very happy for him.
Walk us through those final free throws. How confident were you leading up to those two?
I knew I was going to make them. I just had to take my time. Like I said, just breathe, lock in, treat it like a regular free throw, and it'll go in.
Emmanuel Acott was 0 for 6 from the field when he took that three-point shot. How big of a hero is he in your mind tonight to be able to overcome that and make that shot?
He's unbelievable. I believe earlier before he went in, Coach said Shaver was 0 for 9 when he hit that game winner against Utah State, so keep shooting. He came in. I seen him open. I gave him the ball, and he put it on the seams, and I started running back. I knew he was going in, so he's unbelievable for us. He does so much for our team, and we wouldn't be here without him. He's a huge part of our team.
Given the end of that CSU game where you didn't get the call, I mean, you never know if they're going to blow the whistle there at the end of the game. Man, I don't know. I'm sure you're saying you're confident it was a foul and they called it, but I mean, just to get the whistle there, how big was that with that time? And given it hasn't happened every game for you this year.
Yeah, I was very happy because I really didn't want to shoot a fadeaway right there. So. Yeah, I'm glad they gave us that call, but at the end of the game, they usually don't call much. They let the players play, and everyone kind of knows that now. So we just gotta keep going and keep going.
Just in general, every game, nothing's for sure yet, but every game you win, I think I asked you this last time. It's one game closer to your goals and winning the Mountain West, getting to the tournament. I mean, what's to add another win and take one more game off the schedule here? I mean, how's this feel, big picture wise?
It's amazing, that you got a sweep on a very good opponent and that we're going in with a lot of momentum. We're really excited to see a lot of these teams again in the Mountain West. I don't think they want to see us.
Najee, when you come off the bench, it seems like you have to kind of contribute with hustle plays and stuff like that, crashing the board, getting stuff. I mean, how much have you kind of made that your role this season to impact games?
No, I just want to do whatever I can to win. That's my main goal. If that's be rebounding, shooting, playing defense, I just want to do whatever I can to help this team win. And bringing a lot of energy and uplifting guys is one of the ways I can.
And he's a really good player. Like he can do a lot more than what he's shown, obviously. But he sacrifices for the team, and that's what makes us great. So many guys down the line do that, and that's why we're able to get these wins.
What was the plan to give you the second senior night? I mean, you got one home game left.
I'll definitely
talk about that.
I'll definitely take it. Why not? I'll take the second senior night. It's gonna be very fun. This time I get to do it with Shaver. It's gonna be pretty fun. And I believe E-Man as well. Who else is a senior? Lottie.
Technically.
Oh, yeah. Any more seniors?
That's it.
That's it?
You're gonna get the same jersey. You get another frame jersey. They're gonna use the same one again.
I don't know. I might have to ask him for a new one.
Abu Kigab, that was funny. He, last year on senior night, they gave him a big frame jersey. So I asked him if they're going to give him the same one or if they're going to have a new one. Brent Chapman, good to meet you at halftime, buddy. He was the winner of one of our previous Guess the Score predictions in the first half. He came down and got his gift card, and then he, went and showed it to Darren College, one of the part owners, and got a fist bump from Darren College there at the end. Roger saying they just seem so calm. Just another game has to help them win these games at the end. Najee spit into his headband during his pregame huddle dance. Seems like he should do that every game after this performance. We had someone else text me saying about Avalos. Yeah, that was a big one to have Avalos obviously there and pumping up the crowd. That was a big thing. So look at the final numbers here. Again, the final score 58-57. Boise State, wins this one. Boise State 17 of 26 at the free throw line. San Diego State 7 of 11. So again, a 26-11 edge in free throw attempts in this one for Boise State. From the field, San Diego State actually outshoots Boise State. San Diego State shot 45.8%. Boise State was at, is this right? 34%. State shot 17 of 50. Wow. Boise State shot 34%, 17 of 50, and wins the game. The rebounding edge was 32-31. So not much of an edge there, but Boise State did have 11 offensive rebounds, which led to 15 second chance points. That was obviously big. Boise State 10-0 in fast break points. Boise State did get 17 points as well off of the San Diego State turnovers. Leading the way for Boise State, Abu Kigab, 21 points. Again, 9 of 11 from the foul line. He drew 7 fouls again. Najee Smith, who you just heard from, had a huge game. 13 points for Najee Smith. Again, the 4 steals, 2 blocks as well. I thought he was just huge. And Marcus Shaver, 12 points. Didn't have the best game shooting, 4 of 14, but did add 7 rebounds and also had 3 steals himself, 2 assists. So Marcus Shaver had a big game. And again, I mentioned Kigab's 21, but Degenhardt had 6. And then Emmanuel Akot only had 4 points. Was only 1 of 7 from the field, but hit the one that mattered. Sick was 0 for 6, and then Akot hits that huge 3. And he played 22 and a half minutes tonight, so a little higher than last game, but they're still trying to ease him back into it with his knee. Max Rice didn't score, but played 27 minutes and contributed in some other areas. And then if you do see the stat sheet, it says Burke Smith played. He did not. Burke Smith, number 4, is redshirting this year. He did not play. That was a statistical error. But for San Diego State, Nathan Mensah, how about the big fella, number 31? I think either all of his buckets or most of them were on dunks, and they were thunderous dunks there that he had. He finished with 13 points, 11 rebounds for them. He had a couple of huge dunks, had the alley-oop there that, put them up in the game at one point. So that was 30 seconds left or whatever, maybe 25 seconds left when they had the alley-oop, and he scored there and gave them the lead. So Nathan Mensah was huge. Matt Bradley only had 2 points in the first half, and he finishes with 12. So he's averaging like 17, 18 a game, and he only had 12 points tonight. So that's big for them, and to hold him to that. And then you had nobody else really did much. Tomayak had 7. You had Chad Baker. Mazzara had 7 for them. But they went 6 of 11 from three-point range. They were 6 of 7 in the first half. They were 0 for 4 in the first half from 3. And then the second half, San Diego State goes 6 of 7. So they finished 6 of 11 from downtown. San Diego State's biggest lead was at 6. And that was early in the first half. And again, they led in this game 17-12. And I think it was, an 18-2 run that Boise State ripped off. I guess the score was 12-7. There was a dunk from who had the dunk there? Arap. Agep Arap had the dunk that put them up 12-7. From there, Boise State goes on a huge run. It was 10-0. Marcus Shaver hit that 3 in transition to go up 17-12. And then after a bucket from San Diego State, Boise State kept it going. Milad Narmouche had a putback that made it 25-14. So it ends as a 18-2 run. That put Boise State up 11. Boise State led by 12 after that crazy 4-point play from Najee Smith. That was the biggest lead of the game, 12 points there with about a minute left in the first half. And San Diego State was down 11 in the second half. They're down 10, I think, at halftime, and they came all the way back and ended up taking the lead there. And, again, had a chance to extend the lead, but with 7.7 seconds left, Matt Bradley misses both free throws. And then you had, the final sequence, which we can watch one more time here. We do have Jalen Henderson was at the game also. We should shout that out. Great to see all the former Broncos coming to the games. Abu with the clutch free throws down the stretch, again with the huge closeout. Akot coming back in the rotation makes a big difference. Pretty sure Akot is the only senior transfer that has been to an NCAA tournament. Sure, these guys are hungry. A couple of well-spoken individuals that like this team a lot. So, again, it was a back-and-forth game. Boise State was up big. San Diego State, came back and, again, took the lead on the Nathan Mensah dunk with about 20 seconds left. Boise State is able to, misses the shot. Marcus Shaver missed it. I believe airballed the 3. I'm not sure if it was tipped or not or blocked. And then you had, 7.7 seconds left. Some fans head for the exits. Matt Bradley misses the first free throw. And here's what happened next on the second free throw for Matt Bradley, San Diego State. Well, he misses the free throw. There we go. And there's the play. We'll see if we can get there's the dunk. I wanted to see the foul again. We'll fast forward. Let's see if we can just play this foul a couple times here. I got it queued up, Colin. We're good. There's the foul. Was it a foul? What do you think, folks? You can't really tell, but Boise State will gladly take the whistle. There's the foul with 1.7 seconds left. Makes the first free throw to tie the game. This place was silent at this point. He makes the second one. Boise State goes up. No foul no timeout from San Diego State.
Get the ball as far up the court for Boise State. Keep them in front. Don't foul.
And again, Matt Bradley actually got a pretty good look from half court here.
Bradley for the win.
And that's it. Boise State wins. They storm the court. Big win for Boise State. Again, the final 58-57. Boise State improves to 22-6 on the year and now 13-2 in Mountain West play. And just incredible. Everyone's talking about this being the best Mountain West it's been in several years. And here's Boise State 13-2. Got a couple more comments rolling in. Go Blue. Dayton Robinson looking ahead. What does BSU have to do to stop Hamilton? He had 27 of 57 tonight in Reno. The Rebels are up 10. Yeah, he's a heck of a player, and they're a pretty good team, and they're good at home too. So it's actually kind of nice for Boise State. They're playing in Vegas so close to the conference tournament. I think that works out well for them to go down there and see the arena and things like that, and then come back, 10 days later for the tournament. But that's going to be a really tough game. But again, Boise State doesn't have to win them all. They put themselves in position now where I think 1-2. You go 1-2 in the final 3 games to finish the regular season, and then you're in. You could maybe go 1-2 and then lose in Vegas in the first round and still be in. So it's a big game. And, I think, let's not forget in the first matchup with UNLV, Emmanuel Acott did not play. So to have Acott back in the second matchup to guard Hamilton, I think would be big. His length would be really big. So that would be my first thing, Dayton, is put Acott on him probably, or a bigger guy with some length. And don't forget, when they barely beat him the first time, they did not have Acott in that game. So I think that's a big factor. Whoever was calling the game had great energy, got me fired up on the big plays, true professional. That is, again, he was on our pregame show, and he does a heck of a job. He's one of the best in the business. Rich Waltz. He does Major League Baseball. He was the Mariners announcer. He's done the Florida or the Miami Marlins. I think he did some Anaheim Angels games this past year. So Rich Waltz is a great guy, and he was with Dan Dickow as well. If the game had been tied, I don't know that Abu gets the whistle there. Totally agree with you. Looks like he caught K-Man with his left knee. Again, I'm not saying it was for sure not a foul, but if I'm a San Diego State fan, they're saying that was no foul there. I mean, it was certainly a questionable call. I'll at least say that. I mean, if you're a Boise State fan, you're saying you see clear contact, great call. If you're a San Diego State fan right now, you're saying the fouls were 24-14. How do you call that there? We got hosed on the road is what San Diego State fans are saying, I'm sure. I would agree with this. If Boise State wins on Saturday, do you think they have a shot at the top 25? If Boise State wins on Saturday, they probably are ranked. I mean, it depends on what happens, but they got 22 points this week, which was near the top 25. So I think they would have a great chance at that point if they win on Saturday. Ryan says I might be wearing my blue and orange glasses, but the foul happened right in front of my section. It sure looked like a foul. It depends. Again, everybody's going to have a different reaction, a different angle, a different, thing of it. But in the end, it was called, and Boise State wins the game. So appreciate everybody for watching this. Again, please remember to go to youtube.com, Bronco Nation News. Takes 3 seconds. We'd really appreciate you go ahead and just click that subscribe button. Click the like button as well if you're watching there now. We could really use the help. We're trying to get to 1,000 YouTube subscribers, so it's free and easy. You just click on it, and it takes about 2 seconds. And again, then you can, when you're watching the post game, here's somebody at their house watching it on the TV on the full screen. You just put it on there, and then you on your smart TV, and then you can go ahead and stay on your phone and do whatever else you want to do. So it's just youtube.com/Bronco Nation News. And again, every pregame show we do, if you're just checking us out for the first time, we do a live pregame show before every game. So Saturday in Vegas, about 7:30 or so, we'll have a live pregame show where you can give us your score prediction, and then whoever gets the closest score prediction, if you are a paying subscriber to Bronco Nation News, you get a $25 gift card to the James Whiskey and Cocktails right across from BSU. So we'll figure out who won this one and get them the score. So join us Saturday about 7:30, and you can have your chance to win that $25 gift card. The ref was in the way with that view, but the ref indicated tripping. He had a similar view to we did. And so, I mean, I'm not saying it wasn't a foul. I'm just saying I don't know for sure if it was a foul. I think it could have gone either way. And again, Boise State fans will gladly say it was a foul and take it, but I guarantee you San Diego State fans are saying it probably wasn't. So this is the final comment of the night. Did anyone come up to call Johnny air ball game? Yes. Yes, they did, Mike. I don't know if that was you or who that was. I didn't get a look at the person, but right after the game, as fans were heading out, someone put their arm on him and said, hell of an ending, air ball game, hell of an ending. And so, air ball game did come out tonight. John Mallory, his missed free throws from the game the other night. Leon Rice called him air ball game. We had some fun with it on the show this morning. And then, so at least one person did come up and say air ball game to him after the game. So Jacob saying thanks for everything. Great night. So, we'll go ahead and wrap this up. We just hit 1 hour. 1 hour, our longest post-game show ever. We hit the 1 hour mark here, and we still have 75 people watching this. So thank you so much for watching this. Thank you. Hope you're enjoying this. Again, one final plug, BroncoNationNews.com. Hopefully you'll consider a subscription to our site. Help us fund the road coverage and the things that we're doing here. And we got, whether it be Jay Tuss, whether it be John Mallory, all the things we're doing, Mike Prater, we got to help pay those guys to do this. So hopefully you'll consider a subscription. $70 gets you a whole year. And you can get $6.99 a month, whichever is easier for you if you want to get it out of the way. And looking forward to continuing to build this site, continue to build what we're doing here. Let's get one post-game comment from Colin Mitchell. I made him stay all this time, and I forgot to bring him on earlier, so that's bad hosting on my part. But Colin Mitchell, again, Boise State has not lost with Colin Mitchell in attendance here, folks. And so, Colin, you got an early flight back to Arizona State tomorrow where you're a student. This is a great he's doing a great job as an intern for us and flew all the way back to be at the last two games. You've been in San Diego as well. Tell us, Colin, your thoughts on this team tonight and this win.
Yeah, I mean, I can't really sum it up in the next minute, but it was a great game, and I thought just between the two games with San Diego State, holding Matt Bradley to 19 points, he averages 17 for each game. So with really, I mean, they don't have a scorer that averages double digits besides Bradley. So that's one factor in just stopping their offense. I figured that Menza would have a good night, and he did, but it wasn't enough. And just a great game for the Broncos, and can't wait to be in Phoenix at 9 a.m. tomorrow. So.
What did you make of just the back and forth affair and the crowd and the atmosphere? And it was just a fun night.
It was great. And, I mean, people mention the San Jose State the attendance was higher, but I think there was actually more people in the seats for this game, and it was blatantly louder, that's for sure. And just a back and forth contest. The Broncos have been doing it all year, and it really seemed after that Shaver air ball, whether it was tipped or not, it seemed like not necessarily that the magic was over, but maybe that last second magic was over for the time being. And yeah, I mean, they pulled it off, and it's just miraculous every single time.
Well, appreciate it, man. Great work. You do a heck of a job. We appreciate it. And we'll be seeing you in the conference tournament in Vegas, and you'll still be helping out with the highlights and things like that as well. He did a great job with the highlights tonight, putting those together and helping make sure I wasn't on mute the whole time. So he's done a great job helping me out. And, again, we're over an hour doing this. So we're going to end this now. Let's see. We got some final comments rolling in. Thanks again. We got Nate saying, you the man. Najee was not on the SportsCenter top 10. How about that? That's probably maybe made before that play. Who knows? Give Colin some money for that morning coffee. Yeah, we need to get his Venmo. Maybe put that public and get him some to help him out. Time to transfer, Mike. Mike says they need you here for every game, Colin. UNLV taking care of business tonight. So, yeah, appreciate it, folks. Hope everybody enjoyed it. Enjoy it. Rewatch the game. I'm going to do that when I get home. One of those memorable wins tonight for Boise State, 58-57. Now 22-6. They improve to 13-2 in Mountain West play as they continue to get closer and closer towards that NCAA tournament berth. So, and a Mountain West title as well, which would be huge. So, congrats to all you Boise State fans out there, and appreciate you for checking us out again. Thanks to RowPaint.com, the official paint and coatings company of Boise State Athletics. Lithia Ford of Boise for their sponsorship of the postgame show. This has been the Lithia Ford of Boise postgame show. For Colin Mitchell, I'm BJ Rains, Bronco Nation News, BroncoNationNews.com. Check the site later for a full story, more interviews, all kinds of additional recap of this one. And Bob Beeler will join me, the voice of the Broncos, at 9 a.m. tomorrow to break this game down some more. So appreciate it, guys. Have a great rest of your evening. Congrats on the win. We'll talk to you later. Bronco Nation News, BroncoNationNews.com.